Hello, beautiful creatures of my world, and almost welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. Hello, beautiful creatures of my world, and almost welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. We are back in the fiber/podcast studio that we are building out, and I just wanted to show everybody the progress. I put up the first video about a week and a half ago now, and right after we finished completing that work, the king of the castle, the laird of the manor, his health took a turn. So we spent most of last week at the doctors, at the hospital, getting x-rays, getting more blood work. They still don't really know what's wrong with him, what's causing all of this residual issues since he had influenza A in the end of February. He's still extremely not feeling good. And so we had medication changes, and we are awaiting an appointment for a CAT scan right now. And that's how it is. So I'm going to be on the back side of the camera for a little while because I'm so stressed out. I'm catching everything. It's absolutely crazy. I can literally go to the market, and if somebody has a sniffle, a slight cough, maybe you got itchy eyes because it's becoming allergy season, please do not look at me from across the room. I cannot make eye contact with you because I am so rubbed out. I catch everything. And then, of course, I pass it on to him. So we're taking it a little bit easy. So we took about a week and a half off of the build simply because life is hectic, life is crazy, and I will link that first video in the description box below so that y'all can go check out what we've done here. Now, this used to be my podcasting area, and right behind this chair, as you can see, it's all scuffed up, the podcasting chair, she is back and she's got clothes on today. She is not in all her naked glory. Used to be the wall, and that's why the chair is getting severely damaged because the doggies like to sit in the chair when I'm not podcasting, and when they jump off the chair hit the wall. So this is roughly where the old wall was. And we bumped the room out about 1.5 feet. Because the king of the castle, the laird of the manor, wanted a special place for my floor loom. I can't wait to get her set up in here. So he built me a special little alcove. And as he's doing the build, I'm doing the kind of designing in my mind. So my floor loom, people asked, it is a 1980s Harrisville Designs small jack loom, so it will fit in this space. And above my floor loom, right about the first line, we are going to put a shelf in this area, and that is going to be the shelf for my Ashford table loom. I got too many things, too much equipment. So my Ashford table loom will be living above the Harrisville Design floor loom. So that was absolutely amazing. Now, in order to get the 1.5 feet of space, we had to go into our bathroom. The loo lost 1.5 feet, which to me it didn't really matter simply because, the loo is a very specific place. And we do not lollygag in the loo. So I did not mind sucking up about 1.5 feet of the bathroom space. I have some pretty cool ideas about how I'm going to regain that space because the loo also has the very high ceilings. So we're going to utilize some of the space that was created, and hopefully we're going to do some creative decorating and designing in there, and hopefully that will absolutely give me some storage space that I'm going to absolutely need since we lost all that footage in the bathroom. So what we did this week, because he felt better, few days on his medication. He felt a little bit better. So yesterday we decided that we were going to work on our project here. And what we ended up doing was, if you look at the first video, there was no wall there. You could just see straight through the bathroom, and all of my knitting and spinning supplies were stacked up on the bathtub, which was a little bit of a hoot. We now have a wall. We put the OSB in. We also put our insulation in. So we put the OSB, we made the wall, we closed in the alcove. It has its own ceiling. I'm not sure, maybe recessed lighting. I'm not there yet in my brain, but that was his idea, to put some recessed lighting in the ceiling area of the alcove so that when I'm working, there is actual light. We also put the top wall on. Now up there is going to be all storage, and we are going to be putting an extension out above the window line so that I don't lose any of the natural lighting. We also put the OSB on this wall. Everything got done. Behind this, as people ask, behind this is blue board, and we also put the little Pink Panther fluff, the insulation. We put R13 over that, and then we put the OSB board over that. Now, some of this was done because of soundproofing. We need the room to be a little more soundproofed. If you watch other videos, my older videos that we've made, it is very noisy. But if you are listening on this video, you will notice that the traffic noise has been cut way down. So I don't want to go and really soundproof this whole room, because I kind of live in it and it is my workspace, and I don't want, ugly soundproofing anywhere. This is my creative space. And that was all done yesterday. Now over here, we're still open to the outside. Hello, world. Now, in this corner, what we are going to do is build a library, because I have a library of books on knitting and crocheting and spinning and dyeing wool, because, well, that's what makes me my money. YouTube don't make me my money. We are unmonetized here on Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. We need to really beef our subscribers up and get more people to actually watch the videos. So there's all kinds of rules before you can be monetized on the YouTube. Now, as I showed you guys before, this is going to be the podcasting area, which is still, totally unfinished. We'll get to that. So we will be podcasting from this area. We're going to be finishing up this area and the library area. And then hopefully by the beginning of next week, because we're going to have another weekend of rain here in the far north of Maine, up along the Canadian border in the crown of Maine. We are going to experience some rain this coming weekend. So hopefully beginning of next weekend, we'll be back to work on this space. Now, I have opted to get rid of these windows. I was talked into it. So I got to go window shopping, which I'm not really happy about. But the man is insisting, and when the king of the castle, the laird of the manor, wants something, he generally gets it. So it's a win-win situation. He wants new windows. I'm going to get new windows. It wasn't in the budget, but hey, we're going to do it anyways. Everything is still budgeted out. The only thing that I don't pay for in this entire space is the labor, because as you guys know, we own our own construction company, and he is the head carpenter, so I get him on his days off to work on our little projects when he's feeling good. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, thank you for watching our video. There will be more updates. I'm working very slowly on other stories, not just the Fiber Podcast Studio area. I'm working on other stories. There's a lot of stuff that has crossed the internet, such as we've got more on The Conjuring House. Jackie. She was back last week, so I ran across some nonsense with her, and we also are looking into the possible serial killer that is running around New England, running around southern New England and Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. So I'm working slowly on other things than welcome to my new podcast studio. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of my world, guys and ghouls, life sometimes gives us lemons, and when that happens, make grape juice, and then everybody will wonder how you did it. Be the kindness that you want to see in the world. And as always, Carpe Diem, because no one promised you a tomorrow. Love you guys. Catch you in the next video.